Chainlink, I think, is extremely interesting. I think there are two protocols that have that serve a very critical function on if you think of an investment thesis, you can invest in kind of base layer protocols like Ethereum. You can invest in applications like Dapper Labs, Flow, or you can invest in, call it tool providers, middleware, right? And in the traditional IT landscape, there's a similar stack. You can invest in the infrastructure, AWS. You can invest in applications like Salesforce, or you can invest in kind of intermediate like tooling layers like Twilio and Snowflake. Like the intermediate layer, the tooling layer, is also starting to emerge for Web3 and blockchains. And the two that are, I think, clearly getting Chainlink by far is the most prominent one, mostly because they have an army of frogs on Twitter. I'm kidding. Mostly because like everyone uses them, and if you don't use it, the frogs will go after you. But essentially, what it is an oracle. Oracle is a way to get real-world data and information verified and transmitted to the blockchain. So, for example, to generate a synthetic token of Tesla so that people in Thailand can buy Tesla, the blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain or the Mirror blockchain, needs to know what the price of Tesla is in the stock market. How do you do that? You need some kind of conduit to the real world, right? Because you can't just exist in this cloud. So these oracles will basically aggregate sources in the real world, whether it's Yahoo Finance or Google Finance or major original kind of trading tickers out of the Nasdaq. They will take various signals and then generate the kind of oracle or the kind of ground truth of what a piece of information is, and feed that to the blockchain. So that application in the blockchain can simply query an API and say, what is the price of Tesla? And it will reliably get that data without building very fragile integrations with like Yahoo Finance. So Chainlink is by far the dominant oracle provider, a software middleware that will provide you with real world data feeds onto the blockchain. And essentially, like practically everyone is using Chainlink. If you're not using Chainlink, you're probably using Band Protocol. But like Chainlink, massive dominance. It's not exactly the same parallel, but it feels kind of like Twilio. Every company in SaaS doing communications use Twilio as kind of the fabric to communicate outwards. This one's inwards, but it's like this very essential and widely used middleware. So I think really strong position. I don't know how to value it yet. I haven't gotten to that point. Today it's number 2 coin market cap, $14 billion. Twilio is like $50 billion. But Chainlink does not generate anything like the revenue of Twilio. So a lot of these are very expensive, and a lot of it is built on Hopium. But I think in terms of delivered value, like Chainlink delivers way more value than Cardano.